Hey, you guys. Do I even have to say it? I'm Bunny. Sometimes I buy stuff, sometimes I say stuff, and sometimes I do stuff. What's up, guys? I am so excited for today's video because I bought what you saw in the thumbnail. And I have not put it on my face yet. And I really want to do that because I have been kind of thinking about buying this for a while now. I was just super nervous because of the shades and what I was trying to figure out which one mine was. And I talked to a bunch of people and I was just, it's been like kind of a thing because I'm very hesitant on the shades for this foundation. Yes, I'm talking about the Prada Reveal Skin Optimizing Foundation. I was really nervous to buy this, even though you know, I am a total Prada girl. And when I saw this being released, I was like, I am nervous. I'm nervous because my skin tone is a really hard one to match. I have been using this Tarte Face Tape Foundation, which has been absolutely amazing for me. The shade is great, the finish is great, but you know, it's like, I wanted to try the Prada one. Very hesitant to go ahead and spend the money on something that I was like, oh, this could go really, really bad. But I did a bunch of research. I watched a ton of YouTube videos of people that actually had this foundation, and I searched a whole bunch of shades. The shade swatches on the Prada Beauty website, it's really hard to tell. I need like a light medium or a light with a neutral undertone. And yeah, the label says that, but it's like when I would see other people put it on, I was like, oh, I don't know. I actually watched Kaki put this on and she got the LN5, which is a light neutral 5 color. And I thought, oh, that's going to be the one that I want. I actually found LM5 on Mercari from somebody that purchased it from Selfridges when it wasn't available on PradaBeauty.com. And I messaged her and I was like, can I just ask why you didn't like this foundation, why you're reselling it? And she said that she is a light olive undertone, so she usually goes for neutral. And this one was way too peachy. So I was like, damn it, that LN5 is just not going to work for me because that's what I'm really afraid of, going too peachy or too orangey. So it's like, it's a difficult because I am like a light medium olive tone and it's just a really hard shade to match. Don't want to be me, please. You don't want to be me when it comes to the makeup world. Anyway, after all of those YouTubes and everything, I decided and settled on the LN25, which is the supposedly light neutral color that is right before you go into the medium shades. So I'm hoping that this isn't too light and I'm hoping it's not too dark. We are going to put it on my face for the first time today. I have swatched it on my hand just to see the consistency. Hands are a little bit darker than faces normally, so I got a little nervous, but I'm holding out positive hopes for this. Let's just go over one of the most important aspects of this, the packaging and the arrival to my house. This came in a Prada Beauty mailer box. The unicarton that it was in was also very luxe. It's white with like kind of like a matte leather texture and it has the silver color label on it. The inside when you open it up is that pistachio green that they are known for, and the component itself, oh my Lord. Like, this is what you're paying for. I'm positive. It is heavy and weighted. It has a metal part with the logo. The lid has the Prada triangle logo on it. And what is cool about this is it is a refillable component. So the outside is actually an acrylic, and then when you open it up, you can pull out the glass tube that actually contains the makeup. So you can go ahead and purchase a refill for the makeup whenever you are finished with it instead of having to pay the money for a whole new component. So I really do like that aspect of this. Super excited because I've heard nothing but positive reviews about it. And so yeah, we're gonna just try this. I absolutely have nothing on my face, as you can tell. I'm gonna go ahead and put my hair back, and I'm also gonna zoom you guys in so we can get like a really good try on this Prada Reveal foundation. Hello, hi, how are you? You can see all of my gray hairs this close. I'm so sorry. I don't have anything on my face. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna like kind of prep, because I heard that this is a soft matte finish, and that kind of scares me because I've been going for kind of like a radiant finish as of late. And if you remember my Tom Ford video, that was a fiasco. But everybody did say that this was super beautiful on the skin, so I really do want to give it a try. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm going to prep it with this D'Alba kind of moisturizer spray. I just want to get this on there and like set a little bit. I do have a Ritual Defy moisturizing spray coming, and I'm really excited to try that. I will definitely have a video. I also ordered their mascara, so I am excited about that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually prime with my favorite Lorac Light Source 3-in-1. I am trying to go through this bottle. You guys know I love this one. I'm trying to go through this bottle because I'm very interested in trying the Victoria Beckham Glow Primer, which I believe is probably almost the same thing. So I'm just gonna take a pump of that and work it into the skin. I just want to make sure that I have like a nice base, because if this is soft matte and it starts like showing like some of my imperfections, I just want to have like the best base that I can have for this. Okay, now that we're like kind of all glowy, we are going to dive into this. Normally before I put foundation on, I would conceal my eyes, but since I don't want to like have any products kind of like counteracting each other, I'm just gonna go right into the Prada foundation. Now, consistency wise, this stuff is kind of watery. As you can see, I just did a little tiny pump and it's like kind of going down my hand. So we have to be super careful about that. Also, the directions do say to shake this before you apply. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna be using a makeup sponge to apply this. The directions also do say to start in the middle of your face and work your way out. Super nervous about this, guys. Like, please, 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 please. I'm just gonna do a tiny pump on there. And yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, this is scary. Here we go. I'm gonna start on this side because this is my most like melasma side, and that's like the one that I try to cover up the most. And then I'll just work my way out on the cheeks. So this is supposedly a medium buildable coverage, but again, with a soft matte finish, I just don't want to like go too heavy. It's actually not covering as much as I thought it would. So yeah, looks like my sponge might have ate most of that. But let's just keep going. Ooh, okay. Does have a very distinct smell. Very distinct smell. I'm just gonna go ahead and put another drop of that on to see if I can like build it up even a little bit more. How are we thinking about the shade match? I don't think the shade match is too bad. Guys, it really does have a perfumey smell. Like if you are not into that, I don't know. It is kind of like dissipating as the time goes by, but you know, for being a soft matte coverage, I thought it would be a little bit more full coverage than this, but I know you can't really see it. It does look like really pretty on the skin. It is kind of blurring a little bit. We're just for good measure, we're gonna go in one more time. And this might be my fault for using a sponge on the very first go, but I'm still kind of uncomfortable with this melasma, but it does say that it's buildable, which I can tell it is, and it's also very lightweight. It's very lightweight. That is kind of the one caveat to this face tape that I've been using, is it does have kind of like a weight to it. You can definitely tell that you're like wearing makeup. This so far has been extremely lightweight. I haven't put any on my forehead. Maybe I should do that just to like even it out. Okay, so far, I'm not mad at it. I do wish it had a little bit more coverage right here. It does have that effect of looking like my skin though. Like, I kind of like that. Again, I don't like a real heavy matte foundation. I like a little bit of like kind of just veil of brilliance. I know you can't see, but it is kind of blurring a lot of the open pores that I have right here. So I kind of like that. And like I said, it's super comfortable. It's very lightweight. Okay, let's go ahead and put some concealer on just so that like my dark raccoon eyes aren't like throwing this whole look off, you know? I'm gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury concealer that I love. I'm really on the hunt for another one just to not be using Charlotte Tilbury, but I have not found one yet. I was using that Givenchy, but it kind of like caked on my under eye a little bit more than I would like, and this one doesn't really do that, so I've just been sticking with this one. And it has those light reflective particles in it that like kind of like brighten my eye, and I obviously need that, you know. Okay, now that we've got my eye situation, I am actually surprised at the finish of this foundation. I really am, because I thought it was going to be like that, you know, heavy matte like type look, but it's not. It's actually a little bit more brilliant than I had expected. It's like actually pretty natural looking on me anyway. What do you think? You think we could cover that just like a little bit more? Let's just try. I'm doing like tiny quarter pumps on these two, so it's not like I'm using like a ton of product for this demo, but I think I might be able to just get this cheek a little bit better. Under all these freaking lights too, it's kind of, you know. Nice, and pressing it in. It's actually really pretty. Okay. This is not the fiasco that I thought it was going to be. Again, I would have to go look in my vanity mirror just to get like a total look, but I mean, right off the bat, it's pretty natural looking. It is kind of hiding a lot of the pores that I have just like right in here. This is like my nose and like my cheek right here are where I have the worst, and my upper lip and chin are just like, yeah, there's no helping that at all. Yeah, looking at it up close, it looks really natural. It really doesn't look like I have layers of foundation on. All I'm gonna do is go in with my Chanel setting powder, and we're just gonna like set this very lightly, and then I'll zoom you guys back out and we can have some final thoughts. This is a Refer number 25 powder brush. It's just nice and big, and then I'll just like pat that setting powder in there. Okay. Yeah, see how that kind of like just like dulled it down just a tiny bit, just setting it in there. It's actually not too bad. I think it looks kind of natural and pretty. Again, some of my imperfections are still showing through, but that's okay, because you know, you don't want like a full like 2 inches of makeup on your face. So I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna zoom you guys out and we can like take a look with like better lighting and see how this color match goes from here to here. All right guys, this is like better lighting because I don't have that like overhead light like doing this to my skin. So actually, like looking at it like this, the match looks pretty good. I think it looks, you know, similar tone. I don't have any bronzer or blush on or anything, and I feel like this is like a pretty decent match, which was one of the things that I was most scared about, because when you're spending this type of money on a product and then it's not on a store return or anything, you know, you always get kind of nervous about that. But I think it actually looks really pretty. After I put that powder on, it kind of like set in there and my skin is like really, really soft. I don't smell any of the perfume anymore, so that's a good thing. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised about that. All right, we want to know, how much is this, right? So the Prada Reveal Skin Optimizing Foundation, it does retail for $70 on the Prada Beauty website, but that is for the entire component. Remember, this is like a refillable component. So if you only want to buy the refill after you go through this, it's only $55. So if you really think about it, like $55, $70, really, for a designer product, not too shabby. I can tell you some Chanel foundations that are like way even over that, and I can't even tell you if they're this good. I think this is like a really nice natural matte, which I'm super surprised about, because normally you want like a light kind of radiant coverage to look natural, but this one, I mean, maybe it's because of the primer that I used or whatnot, but it is actually really, really pretty. I'll link this baby down below in the description box. It's not affiliated. I'm too small to have like any affiliated codes, so please click away if you're interested in learning about something. Very positive on this one. I was really scared about the shade match and the finish. I was almost convinced that I was gonna have like dry patches because of like soft matte. But this actually looks like pretty nice. I even have like a little bit of a glow still on the top of my cheeks, even after powdering. So once I put on my blush and bronzer, I mean, I be looking pretty good. Speaking about things on my face, I'm not going to do any more makeup for you today in this video because we were just highlighting this little baby. I'm actually getting ready to film another video right after this, putting on some more stuff of things I've never tried before, so stay tuned for that. If you could please like this video, it really does help me out. If you could comment down below on if you think this worked out for me on my skin tone, light, medium, olive, that would be awesome. And if you could subscribe so you can follow all of my antics, that would be the awesomest. I love you so, so much. I will see you on the next one.